Let's discuss one of the preliminary steps in creating a tulpa in Tulpamancy, which is personality definition. It's not technically the first thing that you have to do, it is a choice. It is one of the things that you can do to start off. So let's talk about it. Like I said, personality definition when it comes to the art of Tulpamancy and creating a tulpa is not necessarily the first step that you have to do, but in my experience and in what I've read in a lot of the guides, it is one of the things that most people tend to do first. So what do I mean by personality definition? So what I suggest that people do is they create like a T chart with you know them on one side and what they want their tuple to be on the other side. So you can kind of get an idea of who you are and what you want them to be, because they are both going to be existing within the same energy field, within the same head, for lack of a better term, the same consciousness, although technically it can be interpreted as a separate consciousness coexisting with your own. So, yeah. So, what I mean by this is define, what are your characteristics? What are you good at? What are you bad at? What do you like? What do you dislike? What, anything that makes you you. And then you can start to kind of write down what you want your tulpa to be like, how you want them to act, what you want them to do. Do you want them to like the same things as you? Do you want them to like different things than you? Do you want them to have different skills than you or have different interests than you? Do you want them to help you out with certain things? And you know, you could even throw in a couple of flaws, what you want their humor to be like, and things like that. What this does, what the personality definition and separation does, is it plants a seed in your consciousness of the intention of what you want to create. So when you start to build that back and forth interaction with your tulpa, you are going to be able to differentiate, this came from me, this came from them, and then as you build things like difference in mind voice and and difference in reactions to different things, then you're going to be able to differentiate things, and it's going to start um, breaking off your energy from you and your tulpa, breaking off the personality from you and your tulpa, the reactions, all that stuff. We're talking about separating it so you can get a differentiation. So when you interact with them, you know you are you and they are them. So this can also go along the lines of you could even on this T chart write things like, in a given situation, I would react this way. I want my tulpa to react this way. In like a social, if you have social anxiety, I normally act this way. I get shy, I get quiet. How would I want my tulpa to react? They would participate in conversation. They'd be gregarious and boisterous and things like that. So in what I've read and in my experience, having your tulpa act differently than you can actually help you to overcome the things that you are bad at. It can help you to improve the things that you are good at, and it can just overall enrich your experience and kind of help you grow as a person to overcome whatever your troubles and your struggles are. So in my personal experience, I take the part of the psychological side of it, which is what I was discussing here, and the magical side of it. So when you are working with creating this personality definition and this personality type, it would be beneficial to feed the energy and the intention towards I'm creating a separate entity. And I'm going to, in other videos, discuss how to be able to, on the magical side of things, kind of create a focal point for your tulpa to start off at. Because, in the understandings of magic and things, um, energetic beings that we create need to have a vessel of sorts, which is how it kind of ties in with the Necronomicon workings and the Watcher. So this was a bit of a quick video on how to begin personality definitions between yourself and the tulpa that you are planning on creating, or even if you already have one and you want to enrich things. Try the this is me, this is them, this is how they react, this is how I react, things like that, to enrich your understanding of each other, and your overall experience. So let me know what you guys think about this, and drop it down in the comments. You can always send me an email at priestofthenecro@gmail.com. You can also check out the rest of this Tulpa playlist as I begin to build it, the Tulpamancy playlist. You can check out if you're interested in the occult and stuff, you can check out my general magic playlist for how to work magic and rituals. You can check out my Necronomicon studies playlist for how to work with the Simon Necronomicon. You can check out my Theories of Magic playlist to learn the mechanisms that make magic work. And you can also check out my books. Magical Theater, Magic with a K, is on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. It's on the psychology of magic and how psychology and energy work and interplay in the standard pagan ritual format to create changes inside and out, and changes within you and outside of you, and changes in your life overall. I also have the Guide to the Spheres and Beyond, which is on how to perform the gatewalking in the Simon Necronomicon. And once again, both of those books are on BarnesandNoble.com and Amazon.com. So let me know what you think. Send me an email if you like, and good hunting.